Hello, and welcome to another edition of HCC News. I'm Sam Machida Butler.
And I'm Rachel Madrid. Here's what's been making headlines this week. The approved crossing lights on 11th Street near Plum have been installed. Instead of just flashing yellow, the new signals will turn red for vehicles on 11th. Pedestrians will see a yellow hand and a green light with the icon of a person walking, so they will know when it is safe to cross. Improvements were made due to multiple pedestrian vehicle accidents and the difficulty seeing the lights during the morning commute times.
Construction continues on the Quest Center downtown. HCC bought the Quest Center in order to expand several of their health programs. The project will be conducted in 3 phases. The plan includes office, classroom, and laboratory space for the surgical technology and health information programs. There will also be additional faculty offices and expansion of the spaces currently being used by the physical therapist assistant and respiratory therapy programs. Portions of the building will also house large meetings and classroom spaces. The final phase will add a walkway to the existing Davis Hall, so the 2 buildings will become a seamless educational complex for allied health. The project should be completed in the spring of 2014.
This past Wednesday, Sean C. Arevalo appeared in court and is now facing charges including aggravated burglary and attempted first-degree murder. He is the 5th man to be charged in the attack and robbery of 19-year-old Jeffrey Payne on February 18th. Payne was stabbed several times during a home invasion but survived the attack. He was airlifted to a hospital in Wichita where his current condition is unknown. Troy Bell, Desmond Cantu, and brothers Jordan and Joseph Lachaud have also been charged with attempted murder and aggravated battery.
The tax deadline is quickly approaching, and to help, the Volunteer Center is offering free tax preparation for households with income less than $51,000. The IRS trained and certified tax preparers will prepare and e-file the tax return for you. The service is available Tuesday and Thursday from 9 a.m. to 7 p.m. and on Wednesday from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. at the Salvation Army Building at 700 North Walnut. This year it is operating on a first-come, first-served walk-in basis. For more information, please call 665-4960.
It may be March, but it's still cold outside. Now is a great time to adopt a fur friend to snuggle with. This week, we meet an adorable kitten named Tinsel, who is at Hutchinson Animal Shelter looking for a new home.
This is Tinsel. She came to the shelter as a stray in the beginning of December of last year. Her and her twin sister are here looking for adoption. She is a domestic long-haired tabby-colored cat. So come down and see Ms. Tinsel and see if you're meant to be.
The snow didn't deter Friday and Saturday's HCC theater presentation of When I Come to Die. Rachel had this opportunity to speak with the playwright Nathan Lewis Jackson about the drama, as well as how he got started in his writing career.
Hello, I'm Rachel Madrid, and we are here with Nathan Lewis Jackson, the playwright of When I Come to Die. So Nathan, can you tell us a little bit about yourself?
Nathan Jackson, I playwright out of Kansas City, born and raised in Kansas City. Lived a few years in New York when I was going to Juilliard, and my family, I've traveled around a bit, but we're glad to be back in Kansas where we're from.
So what made you want to start playwriting?
I think like I said, I was born and raised in Kansas City, and there wasn't a lot of outlets to get the arts out of you. There's not a lot of theaters, not a lot of theater in Kansas City. When I got to K-State, I got an opportunity to see what writing was all about through forensics and an Ebony Theater program they have at K-State. And after that, I saw that writing was a great venue to get all the energy and all the stories that were in my heart out. So that kind of jump-started that.
So when you went to Juilliard, were you pretty experienced with playwriting? Or
No, I was not experienced with playwriting. I was kind of a raw, I guess, raw talent, you would say. I knew not a lot about playwriting, and living in New York and seeing theater and having some great professors and other very talented students around me helped to hone that skill in a little bit.
What do you find as the most difficult part of playwriting?
Rewrites are the most difficult part. They say rewriting is about, and that's not just for playwriting, but all writing, rewrites are about 80% of what you do. So you're kind of in it all by yourself, and you go home and you have no idea, and sometime between leaving rehearsal and coming in the next day, you have to find all the answers and write them down.
Do you feel like it's easier to associate personal situations with when you playwright?
Definitely easy to associate personal. You know, we all, you know, I'm not writing real life here, but a lot of the fiction you see on stage is sprinkled with a lot of real life situations to fill those holes and make things again closer to the heart.
How difficult was it for you to playwright When I Come to Die?
Originally not as difficult. It was a story that had been in my head for a long time, so it did kind of rush out when I was on the computer. And then again, as I said, the rewriting process was extremely difficult because, again, we talked about that too. I didn't really know exactly what I was doing. So once we got to the rewriting process, I knew a little bit more, and I knew that the foundation of what I had built was not as sturdy. So we had to go back and rebuild that foundation and not necessarily almost rewrite the whole play, but it ended up being a better product. So.
And do you have any advice for people who might want to look into playwright?
You're not going to be rich, so if you're doing it for money, please pick another profession. Other than that, write what you want to write. Don't, you know, research, find out how you do, research your craft, find out how you write plays, but for the most part, just write. The best advice for a writer is just to write.
All right. Well, thank you, Nathan. It's been a pleasure having you here.
Thank you.
We will send it back over to the news desk.
Hutchinson Community College recently had 3 snow days due to the inclement weather. We wanted to find out just what students and staff did on their days off in this week's Campus Talk.
What did you do over the snow days?
I caught up on some homework and watched a lot of Netflix.
I just sat at home and worked pretty much all day.
I found myself doing a number of things. Of course, catching up on my reading. I was here at the office a day or two. On that Friday, I attended the play When I Come to Die. On Saturday, I was busy in terms of trying to clear out the driveway from the snow and the ice, etc. So that's what I did over the break.
Hi, well, I spent time with my kids. I did some baking, some cooking, just playing around, cleaning the house. That was about it. I didn't go out that much.
I sat inside and did absolutely nothing. It's probably the most boring days of my life.
I went to work, I did my homework, I spent time with my family, and I played some games on my computer.
So I scooped a lot of snow to begin with, dug out driveways, dug out a turnaround area by the garage, you know, dug out where the snowplow came through and filled the driveway up again. I was in here on campus every one of the snow days. Otherwise, spent times with friends, significant other, did a lot of cooking, watched movies, that kind of thing.
Well, I really actually didn't do very much of anything. I used it as a chance to really be lazy. I did a lot of shopping for food beforehand, so I kind of stayed snowed in, ate a lot of food, took a lot of naps, things like that. Watched some TV. Really just did nothing real exciting.
Well, I did several things over snow days. The first thing, of course, was to shovel the drive and the sidewalks at home and get those all cleaned up. The second thing was to come into the office and do some paperwork. Had a lot of paperwork stacked up I had to get taken care of, plus I wanted to clean the office and got that done as well. So those were the main things. And then catching up on some reading that I had been wanting to do, and that was also very positive and I think productive.
So Sam, what did you do during your days off?
I got back in touch with my inner child and played Pokemon. How about you?
I actually didn't do anything. I was barricaded in my house the whole time, so I didn't really get to go outside and do anything. Well, that will wrap it up for us today. We hope you'll tune in again next time for HCC News. I'm Rachel Madrid.
And I'm Sam Ashita Butler. Have a great week.